Do you know why some mayonnaise is called mayonnaise and some is called salad dressing? On this episode of Antique Bottle Stories. Mr. Herbert G. Horton, Alfred Cato, and his wife Margaret were all partners in starting this business called Horton-Cato Manufacturing Company. They moved from Canada to Detroit in 1878, and soon after, they started production of salad dressing. Mr. Horton withdrew in 1879 the following year, and Mr. and Mrs. Cato continued on by themselves. Here's an 1880 census showing Alfred is 33 and is a sauce manufacturer, and his wife, Margaret. Business was increasing, but then Mr. Cato died in 1884. Mrs. Cato then formed a partnership with Mr. Eichhorn, which is someone she'd known for a few years, and she continued this partnership for almost 10 years until 1893. Mr. Eichhorn is said to have helped the business tremendously. In 1893, they sell the company to Byron Eugene Hamlin. He was born in 1852 in Pennsylvania. He began working in his father's lumber company and learned the ropes at a young age. He was simultaneously running 2 different businesses until he sold one. The article says he was a humanitarian, he went to church, and was an overall good guy. The article also said when he bought the company, it was small and struggling. From this article, written in 1922, Hamlin had lots of good ideas and business picked up in the US and in Canada. I see an ad in the newspaper for them in 1927, but I can't really find anything later than that. I don't know when this business ended. In this book, Detroit in History and Commerce, it talks a little about the founders of this company. Alfred Cato, Herbert G. Horton, and Charles Eichhorn were all born about the 1840s in England. It says, Horton, Cato and Company, manufacturers of fine table condiments, was established in 1877. Eichhorn brought this business up to the degree that it is today, it says. Their royal products are not surpassed in any of the world. Their entire line of high-grade table goods are not anywhere surpassed in character and desirability. That was written in 1891. From an article written in 1918, we make 2 articles that particularly recommend themselves to the delicacy shop. One is our Royal Salad Dressing, and the other our new product, Royal Mayonnaise. For the men of the household, the men who smoke tobacco, who have a robust appetite, Royal Salad Dressing on a sandwich is a very acceptable relish. For the society lady giving a tea or a light luncheon with a fruit salad, our Royal Mayonnaise is greatly appreciated and much used. Royal Salad Dressing on all meats, on pork and beans, on all hot or cold meats. In fact, all hearty food is excellent because it has the snap and the smack. The mayonnaise is perhaps better for the ladies and children. It is mild and easily eaten and digested, and is not as hearty as the salad dressing. Either of them on a sandwich of any kind is a fine relish. I just love how they spoke back then. And did he say salad dressing on his pork and beans? So why is mayonnaise sometimes called salad dressing? According to Encyclopedia Britannica, the etymology of the word mayonnaise is uncertain. It may be a corruption of moyonnaise, moyu being an old French word meaning a yolk of an egg. A French chef thought that it derived from the verb manier, meaning to stir. Another possibility is that it was named after the victory of the Duc de Richelieu at Mahon in Minorca, Spain in 1757. It was created for a banquet celebrating Mahon's capture. At that time, sauces were made mostly with cream and eggs, but the banquet chef had no cream and used oil instead, and then he named the sauce Mayonnaise. Years later, the famous French chef Antoine Carême modified the recipe by making an emulsion of egg yolk and oil. Carême's version is the version that became popular all over the world. According to some versions of this story, this sauce wasn't even invented by the French, it was just something that they learned from the Menorcans. So traditional mayonnaise of the time frame we're talking about were made with cream and eggs. Here's what I found out about salad dressing. During the Depression, most people could not afford to buy mayonnaise, so they developed the salad dressing spread, which is made like mayonnaise, but it has more sugar, vinegar, and water, and less egg yolk to make it a cheaper sandwich spread. It's sweeter and tangier than mayonnaise. According to a website talking about the differences between regular mayonnaise and Miracle Whip, says the difference is mayonnaise is not cooked and Miracle Whip is cooked. This is how they word it. Miracle Whip dressing, on the other hand, is a cooked pudding with lots of liquids. Water is its first ingredient by weight, with some oil, lots of sugar, cornstarch to thicken, like a pudding, a little bit of egg, and some salt and flavorings. So now my question is, if a salad dressing as we know it didn't really start until the Depression, what was the salad dressing made of that the Horton-Cato company made in the 1870s? Bonus points goes to anybody who can answer that. Here's a city directory from 1879 and an order form dated 1881, where the Horton-Cato company is listed at 57 Gradiote Avenue. This street is under serious construction in this picture, and I'm not sure if the building could be in a different location or if it's just not standing anymore. So far, I found that they have a royal mayonnaise, royal salad dressing, a royal Worcestershire sauce, a royal mint sauce, a pepper sauce, and the date on this website says these bottles are all from about 1900, and in this ad in a newspaper it mentions a royal baking powder. Here's a little cookbook featuring ways to use the royal products. It was written in 1894, right after Hamlin bought the company, and it was given out for free upon request. And here's a recipe inside for lobster salad using the royal salad dressing. I actually have 2 Horton-Cato bottles. Here's my royal mayonnaise bottle. Weirdly, I never find any other royal mayonnaise jars online, not even eBay. Even when I first got this bottle a couple years ago, there weren't any others. I always see the salad dressing bottles, but never the mayonnaise. It's a manganese bottle, blown in the mold, so it fits the time bracket of when I see the most activity for this company, which is between the 1880s and the 1920s. It has a screw top, which is a little unusual for this time frame. And here's my royal mint sauce bottle, and the maker mark on this one shows that it was made about 1926. If mine had a label, it would look like this. Mint sauce was and is usually used to garnish roast lamb, but it could also be eaten on toast or yogurt. And that'll do it for this episode. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.